All right, for this next talk, we're gonna look at this ear model, and I have this one here that sort of represents the labyrinth, so you can kind of see, and I'll be using that one as well to discuss this structure. Now, as we start off, you can see that this is gonna be the auricle. This is gonna be like a satellite that will help concentrate sound, and it will travel through the external acoustic meatus. That's gonna be that opening in the temporal bone that will pretty much lead the sound waves to bounce and vibrate on this tympanic membrane, which in English we know as the eardrum. And this tympanic membrane will be connected to the three smallest bones in your body, the malleus, the incus, and the stapes. The stapes will connect to the oval window, which can be better seen on this model. Right here, you can see that oval window is where that A is, and so that's our oval window. That other one down there is your round window, that little circular one. I have no way of pointing it to you without dropping models, so I'm just gonna have to keep going. Now, when we look at our stapes, again, it's connected to the oval window. You can see the round window on this model very briefly. Here, I'm just gonna put it down, this one right here. Round window, oval window is connected to the stapes. Now, with that in mind, this is your semicircular canals. This is your lateral semicircular canal. This is your posterior semicircular canal, which would make sense. It's like in the back, right? Posterior. And then the anterior semicircular canal. This is where the ampulla is, these little bulgy regions at the base of these rings. And there's another one for this one. Let's hope I can get it. And it's right there, the last little ampulla. And so that is where the cupula and those hair cells, the crista ampullaris, is located, and they detect dynamic equilibrium. Now, this little structure here, I know it looks like it's part of those canals, but it's not. This is the vestibule, and this model perfectly describes that space. The vestibule is these two sections here. This is your utricle, and this is your saccule, together the vestibule. With that, again, this is your ampulla. Inside of it is the crista ampullaris, and ampulla, inside of it is crista ampullaris, and each semicircular canal has its own. There's the other one. I'm just not rotating it all the way around, but there it is, so you can believe me. And again, the utricle and saccule, now part of the vestibule, are not related to the semicircular canals. However, this detects static equilibrium. That means acceleration and de-acceleration. You can also see in this model the bony labyrinth is in gray, and you can, in pink, and you can see the membranous labyrinth is in gray. And inside of the gray one, there's endolymph. Outside of it, there's perilymph. With that in mind, we now still focusing on this structure here. This is now your cochlea. And so I'm gonna use this one to help you understand. This cochlea is snail-like. This registers sound. So balance. This type of balance is called dynamic equilibrium. This is called static equilibrium, or static balance, if that makes it easier. And this is your cochlea. This will register sound. And when we open it, you can see inside, you can see in blue, the scala media, or cochlear duct. It goes by both of those names. That's where the hair cells are located, where the spiral organ of the corti is located. Again, that is the special name, spiral organ of the corti, where the hair cells are located. There are two chambers. This is going to be the scala vestibuli, and this is your scala tympani, and that's going to repeat itself over and over again. Vestibuli, tympani, vestibuli, tympani, vestibuli, tympani, and all these blue ones are your cochlear duct, and those cochlear ducts and that spiral organ of the corti, the hair cells within that space, you're really going to need a microscopic image to see that. Refer to your class, wherever you might learn this. And now, these are nerves. This is going to make up the cranial nerve number 8. This is your cochlear branch, the vestibular branch. And so the vestibular branch will unite with the cochlear branch, and although it is not shown, these two will combine to make the cranial nerve number 8, the vestibular cochlear nerve. And this is your perilymphic sac. And so this is where some of that lymph fluid is generated and created. And so with that, I hope this helps. Oh, one more last term here. Here's your eustachian tube or auditory tube, and also known as your pharyngeal tympanic tube. And I'm glad I didn't forget that one. All right, thank you for your time. Hope this helps.